It's one of those things as a business owner, you always have these competing priorities and there's a million things you want to do and you're trying to figure out, how do you solve each one of them over time? And I think in some ways this for us was just a catalyst to go, oh, here's an opportunity to fix something that we see, as a problem or an opportunity for us.
The biggest thing about this program is that it's an eye-opener for the chefs. So we don't really see what comes back on a plate. When we're actually separating everything into buckets and weighing it, all of my staff are going, whoa, you don't really realise how much is involved.
You're standing there in the kitchen and you're seeing your kitchen hand carry out 2 buckets every half an hour, chock full of food. You can see that quite tangibly. You just see a bunch of stuff going, holy heck, that's how much is going out. In some ways this just really helps with that, turning something theoretical into just real practical. It's in front of your eyeballs. You can't miss a couple of buckets being carried out every half an hour.
It seems like a lot of work, but it's not really. I sort of get the whole team on board. Everyone has their role and responsibility, so we all work together to get it all done. We find that, more appropriate portion sizes, the customers leave satisfied that they can finish a meal and they're not wasting anything.
When you really drive that culture and you use programs like this to support that culture that, everything you touch literally costs someone something, and therefore it costs time and effort and energy for people to go and make that, and it costs customers coming in to be able to spend their money to do that, the programs like this just support that whole kind of cultural push all the time to get people to understand that it is money.
It helps us identify exactly what's coming back, so we know what we are serving too much of as well. You always have the inevitable waste like chicken bones and corn cobs and that come back, but anything else we sort of just have a quick look before we throw it all in the bin and see, what are we giving the customers too much of and why aren't they eating it all? So, and that's the only way to sort of identify that. You don't know otherwise. Like I said, our chefs don't see half the food that comes back if we don't have this program in place.